All right, you this morning, and what you're looking at is Dave Gore, and we're talking about the upcoming concert, Veterans Tribute, and some more live music in the studio. A surprise on the way. 8:31 time. I am Rick Godley, and live and local in the studio. Did I say Dan Lord or I'm Dave Gore? What did I just say? I mean, you talk about going and coming. I'm hearing Dan Lord on the radio, and Dave Gore's in the studio. It's been a Gore, Gardner, Godley morning as we're talking about the Veterans Tribute. By the way, I didn't compliment you on your song. Dave Gore just did a live song in the studio. Good job.
Well, thank you.
You know, it's not easy. I'm not a singer. I probably sing just as well as Joe does. And but morning vocals are not easy.
They're not. They're not.
So
I mean, thankfully, I stopped at Sonic and got me a drink, you know.
Oh, you did. You did. But you did good.
Well,
all right.
Thank you. Thank you.
The Veterans Tribute Concert. Oh, by the way, before we get any further, who is this guy, Don, in Illinois?
I'll tell you what, Don.
Tell me about him.
Don Caldwell. None of this would have been happening had it not been for our brother Don Caldwell. And I met him over 10 years ago through a friend of mine out of Nashville. Told me, he said, go check this guy's group out. And he is probably the biggest fan of country music I've ever met. And he's the biggest supporter and defender of traditional country music. So big shout out to our brother Don Caldwell.
Sure.
Up in Peoria, Illinois, right outside of Peoria, Illinois. So
and I've never met the gentleman, but I would concur, obviously, by the content that he posts. He's going to be flying into Shreveport to be part of the tribute concert. By the way, tickets available at Ticketmaster.com. Ticketmaster.com, $29. For the Keep It a Country Live Sons of AmVets, Louisiana Post 66. And Dave, you say things are progressing, but you know, a sellout's that's the goal.
Yeah.
And so
really
don't wait is where I'm going with this, because you never know.
Well, Shreveport's a last-minute town.
That's right.
It always has
That's right.
been, and the initial sales are going great. I mean, we've already sold over 1,000 tickets already, and the floor is filling up. But all the levels are selling right now. So get your tickets early.
Right.
You can get them at the box office. There's a number out there. You can look it up. It's at Shreveport Municipal Auditorium website. You can go there. KeepingItCountryLive.com is where you get all the information, though. Go to KeepingItCountryLive.com.
So I'm looking at a litany of lists here. You say 20 artists, including the Bellamy Brothers and Ronnie McDowell. One of these artists, Mr. Mike Hughes, happens to be in the studio. When did you meet up with him?
Oh, I met Mike here a few years ago. We were doing a show with Ron and Leona Williams.
Mike, that's your cue.
Over in Missouri. So come on
Joe,
over here, Mike.
Joe, you're fired. You didn't send him out on camera.
Come on over
there
here, Mike.
he is.
But yeah, we met up. Mike actually left his CDs in Vandalia, Illinois, and me and my daughter were headed out west. And instead of shipping them to him, I said, why don't we just catch up? So we caught up in the middle of the night, and I met him and his wife, and we met at, what was that? Applebee's. Yeah,
So, all right.
Place in town open.
Yeah, and the bartender was the only one that waited on us. But that's a long story right there. But Mike, I tell you what, great guy right here, great musician, great artist, great songwriter.
Well, he's going to get the opportunity, Dave. Now, get my stagehand, Gardner, to get Gore out of there. And Mike, we're going to turn the stage literally over to you to prove what Dave just said. Tell us about what we're going to hear.
This is a song that I wrote. It's called Don't Trip Over My Shoes. A friend of ours stopped by the house, and she kicked her flip-flops off in the middle of the floor and said, don't trip over my shoes, and went out the door.
And Dave talks to dogs, and shoes talk to you. Who else is on this show? No, let's hear it, my friend.
Don't trip over my shoes on your way out the door. I won't be putting them on to chase you anymore. For that part of me is too badly torn. So don't trip over my shoes on your way out the door. Don't trip over my shoes on your way out the door. 'Cause my old coat and hat, they're staying there on the rack. And when you're tired of roaming, you'll want to come back. So don't trip over my shoes on your way out the door. Don't trip over my shoes on your way out the door, 'cause my old coat and hat are staying there on the rack. And when you're tired of roaming, you'll want to come back. So don't trip over my shoes on your way out the door. Now don't trip over my shoes on your way out the door. My old coat and hat are staying there on the rack. And when you're tired of roaming, you'll want to come back. But don't trip over my shoes on your way out the door. Now don't trip over my shoes on your way out the door.
So just to be, those are Hughes shoes.
Hughes shoes.
The Hughes
yes,
shoes. Yes, got music. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mike Hughes. Now, are you the gentleman that said, I've never played on the historic Shreveport Municipal Auditorium. I'm coming down there to play. Is that him? You got somebody coming in that
No, I
just
played
wants to
there
be on the
once
stage.
before.
Oh, you did?
Yes, sir.
Cool.
And I love my country.
I know you do, and we're going to
Yes,
get
sir.
you saying that.
All right.
All right, so Mike, job well done. Thank you so much for coming in
Thank
here.
you.
And yeah, morning voices, huh?
Yes.
When did you learn? When did you learn or know that this is what you want to do? Is sing? Just sing, not when I grow up. Just sing.
My dad started teaching me to play the guitar when I was about 10 or 11 years old, because I wouldn't leave his guitar alone when he went to chore.
Mm-hmm.
So
Cool.
I knew at an early age this is what I wanted to do. My dad was a musician also.
And what was your first paying gig besides Aunt Evelyn, who gave you $5 to sing in the church choir?
Well, I'd say my first paying gig, I was probably with the Grady Rivers band back at that time.
Hey, Joe Gardner's playing with the lights back there. What's going on? All right, Mike, thanks so much, my friend, for coming. And Dave, we'll set up more shows for the future for the Veterans Tribute Concert coming on Saturday, November 4th. Get your tickets, Ticketmaster, Bellamy Brothers, Ronnie McDowell, and Mike Hughes, and Dave Gore, and 18 others, correct? I did my math right. All right, we are your home for real country, Q94.1. There you go. All right, so we're still live streaming, so if you want to say anything, Dave, and before I kill it, hang on, I'll put the camera right on you.
I will say that last night the Bellamy Brothers played the Grand Ole Opry, and they gave us a big shout out. So you can check it out on Keeping It Country Live's Facebook page. And so that was pretty cool. But that's going to be their first time to ever play the Shreveport Municipal Auditorium stage.
The Bellamys.
The Bellamys.
Oh, really?
And first time in their career.
That's
and
pretty
also
cool.
Leona Williams, her first time, too.
Okay.
Yeah.
How about you?
And this will be my third time.
Third
actually.
time?
Yeah.
How about Don?
Don is going to be the MC.
Has he ever been there before?
He has. He's
okay.
been there before, too.
I understand
so
he's got a new
last
pair
year.
of shoes. Don't trip over his boots. No. Didn't he get a new pair of boots? I saw that.
He did. He did get a new pair of boots this week. And we did a show at the Municipal last year. So last July, 2022 was our first show there. And then Ricky Skaggs, I opened up for Ricky Skaggs back in May. So
In Shreveport?
In Shreveport.
Cool.
On the Municipal stage.
All right, so now you got something going on tomorrow night at Underdogs.
That's right. Underdogs tomorrow night at 5 to 8 West Monroe. So come on out. We will have tickets for the concert available. We will have the red shirts, the Red Friday shirts. Don't forget to wear your red on Fridays, everybody. Remember, everyone deployed. And come out and see us at Underdogs. I'll be there. Mike Hughes will be there. And we've had several other special guests coming out to sing, too. So stop by, have some great food with us, and find out what we're doing not only with the concert, but in the community with Sons of AMVETS and some other great groups. So we will have Questec Spectrum with us too, and they produce our T-shirts and employ autistic kids in the community. So it's a good chance to give back. They were at the Arklamas Fair with us here a couple of weeks back too. So,
Cool. How'd the fair go? Did it go well?
Fair was good.
All right.
We had a morning show out the fair.